Yeah, I'm quite happy. You know, the world in general doesn't really need decent music, but I'm quite happy with the response to the record, and you know, it was critically well received, and lots of my friends thought it was good. So, lots of my friends, I say, I mean, I haven't got many, but about 4 or 5 people thought it was good, and Lennon said it was really nice, and lots of other people. But you know, that does get your hopes up a little bit, you know, about how well it's going to do and things like that. I mean, I don't know what music is meant to do well. You know, I'm sort of a little bit out of the loop. I'm not quite sure what it's all about these days. I think songs do become autobiographical because they're like spells, and it's quite often that I'd write a song and then it comes true. So you have to sort of be careful what you write about in a way. Like you have to be careful what you wish for, whatever like that. So I'm hoping some of it doesn't come true, because some of it isn't that nice. Well, there's quite some nasty stuff, I mean, in my mind, happens to the hero of the album, or whatever it is. And so, and some of those things happen to people. But there are things on the album that couldn't possibly happen, I mean, I hope, because a lot of it is sort of, you know, magic and about spirits and being brought back to life and things like that. But then there's an awful lot that is pretty dirgy and realist, I suppose. So the dirgy realist stuff is probably has the most potential of coming true. Yeah, the whole Blur thing, Summer of Blur or whatever, was pretty fab actually. It was good to be playing with some people that I'd missed quite a lot, and the familiarity of it was really nice. I realised during actually playing with them that, you know, what a good group really it is, and how much I used to enjoy looking over and watching Alex swinging his fringe and playing. He's a very underrated bass player. He's a fantastic bass player, and how great Dave was playing. And I think we played, you know, better than ever really. It's kind of weird. I think we were just very up for it, and everybody else was, and the sort of level of appreciation and fondness from the audience was pretty mind-blowing. So it was all pretty neat, yeah. Yeah, Glastonbury was good, but you know, because that was before we really realised what sort of a reception we'd get, because we did some smaller shows before that. So it was a bit of a shocker. I mean, we ran off the stage and straight onto the bus so we could get sort of home for, I got home by about 3:30 in the morning. And we just sort of sat on the bus and was kind of like, didn't really know what to say or do. You know, we just removed ourselves from that situation where we'd done an amazing show, or we felt like the event had been amazing, and sat on the bus a little bit like numb and sort of freaked out in a nice way. So yeah, Glastonbury was definitely brilliant, with the flags and the amount of people, and it was sort of like facing an army. I'd kind of like forgotten the noise that such an audience can actually make when you walk on stage. It's quite a scary sound. I'm not sure. You know, we were in touch and we were saying watch out and all that. But nothing has been mentioned about any more shows just yet, or anything else. I think everybody's slipped back into their, you know, what they do when the Blur creature isn't heaving around. So law and cheese and music, I suppose. The Barbican shows, yeah, I don't know. I really just wanted to expand the group a little bit, work with a lot more musicians. I've taken this album a little bit on the road in a small way with just a sort of jazz drummer and a bass player, just to sort of free it up and to practice it, and to face crowds with a sort of an acoustic sound. Excuse me, which isn't that easy to pull off. It was quite a challenge. But it was good in the end. Good for me as a picker, I suppose. and good because I'm not a very good front man. I'm not very good at fronting music and being entertaining, but there was some quite good interaction. This year's, yeah, it's lasted forever. It was kicked off in February with Pete, and I think it might, apart from the Barbican, it might be ending up with doing some shows with Pete as well, which is always nice. It's nice to see his audiences because they're pretty mad. Yeah, I do rate him actually, because when he's good, he's really good. I think he's written some pretty special songs, and I mean, he sort of amazes me in a way that he is a very good performer, regardless of what's going on. And I always thought that Pisceans was sort of a little bit strange and not too confident, but I don't know, he does get quite nervous, but he manages to overcome it pretty well. He doesn't really have to work too hard. His audiences adore him anyway, so he's got a good job. I don't know, he's better than me.